evening. Former Nashville Judge Casey Moreland gets out of prison this weekend.
Moreland spent more than 3.5 years in federal prison for what prosecutors called one of the most shocking cases of misconduct by a public official this district has ever seen.
Investigative reporter Ben Hall takes us inside the case from start to finish.
The former Nashville judge will be released from federal custody on Saturday. The 64-year-old is already back in Nashville as part of a residential reentry program. Things began to unravel for Judge Moreland after Metro Police investigated the death of a 34-year-old woman.
I'm investigating the death of Lee Terry.
Lee Terry was found with a gunshot wound to her head in her downtown apartment back in May of 2016. Police ruled her death a suicide.
You can sit wherever you want. You can sit.
Yeah.
Interviews as part of that investigation revealed that days before Terry died, she had been on a trip to the Alabama Gulf Coast with Judge Moreland and defense attorney Brian Lewis. Another lawyer and 2 other women also accompanied them on the trip. Terry and the other 2 women had all appeared in Moreland's court as defendants in the past.
She told me right then that she had sex with Casey Moreland in the chambers, okay? And that was what kept her out of jail. And she said, I feel nasty.
A former boyfriend of Terry told police that she discussed sleeping with Judge Moreland to get out of a past DUI. Police also questioned another woman, Natalie Amos. She had gone on that Gulf Coast trip. She admitted to having a relationship with Moreland.
I know you don't want to mention somebody, but I
if you need
just need to know who we're talking about.
Casey Moreland.
Okay.
Thousands of texts between Moreland and Amos obtained by News Channel 5 Investigates showed Moreland was willing to use his influence to get Amos out of trouble. In 2018, the FBI opened an investigation into whether Moreland traded favors in his courtroom for sex. That same year, an informant working for the FBI went to Moreland's home with a hidden camera. The informant told Moreland he'd talked to an officer willing to plant drugs on Natalie Amos to discredit her.
What's he want?
Oh, he didn't say anything. He didn't just. I think his thing is like, as long as it don't come back to him. And I said, don't worry about that. And
Is he gonna be the one to pull her over?
he'll be, but he'll be the one to pull her over. But he's just said, his main thing was like, as long as it don't come back to me.
Days after that video, the FBI arrested Moreland at his home.
In order to safeguard the citizens of this community and to protect the integrity of this investigation, it became necessary to obtain a warrant for the arrest of Judge Moreland.
He was charged with obstruction of justice, but later a new tape from a former employee with Moreland revealed he had stolen cash from the drug court foundation he founded. He eventually pled guilty to witness tampering, theft, and obstruction. Judge Waverly Crenshaw said he wanted the 3.5-year sentence to be an example to others in positions of authority. Moreland remains on probation for 3 years. One of his attorneys tells us he plans to get a job outside the legal profession and stay out of the public eye. Ben Hall, News Channel 5 Investigates.